I was out of money. My business was out of money, and I didn't have any other solutions. And it was literally staring in the face of losing everything. I felt like I was sinking in tar, and I couldn't get out. And I wanted to cease to exist. And like, that's how, it's also a great revealer of my pride, of how much I attached the success to my identity. And when that success was vaporizing, it was vaporizing my identity, and I did not want to exist anymore. During this time of the darkest moments of my life, I was really ticked off at God. I was just mad because my favorite scriptures in the Bible, in Matthew 11:28 through 30, is like, Jesus is like, come unto me, all ye that are heavy laden, and I'll give you rest.
Yes.
And like, take my yoke upon you, the yoke like an oxen that puts, he's going to share the burden. Take my yoke. And the last four words of those verses, my burden is light. And I'm like, yes, he's going to lighten my burdens. And like,
Never thought about that.
Whoa, bro. So I'm sitting here in Black Death, and I'm mad at God, and I'm like, you did not keep your promise. You promised that my burden, if I anchor to you, is going to be light. And I had an expectation. I felt entitled because of his promise. I felt entitled that he was going to make my burden less heavy. And I'm sitting there sinking in tar, and I'm like pissed at God. And he's like, and I got a little revelation from heaven that's blessed my life that day and every day since. Going through hell in this Black Death, the Spirit of God touched my heart and was like, Ben, you're missing it. You think that you anchor to me and I'm just going to make everything easy for you? And I had this vision, this flash of light of the Savior. The back, I didn't see the Savior, but I just saw the back of him with a cross. And the back of it, I see this, and I see this flash of light in my mind when I'm sitting here mad at God, blaming him, and the Spirit's teaching me. And the cross, JR, was illuminated in excruciating bright. The cross itself was bright. And the Spirit taught me in that moment, Ben, my burden of the Savior, who says my burden is light. I'm not talking about just making everything light like this. I'm talking about this kind of light. My burden is light. Boom. And all of a sudden, it almost vanished the hell that I was in, where I was like, the perspective of oh. One more thing, I'm saying a lot, but let me say one more thing that came to my mind in this time. The Savior's cross, his burden put him into the ground. They hung him on that cross. It put his body, took him to the other world, the other side. He died from it. His burden was so great that he died from. And what I learned in that moment was that our burdens turn into eternal light or enlightenment or knowledge. And one of the things that I believe we're here to gain on this earth is knowledge and experience, enlightenment. And so he turned my burden into knowledge and light. And as soon as I made that shift, I'm like, wow, I'm 30 years old. This is crazy. I'm going to lose everything. And you know what? I'm going to learn so much from this, and I'm going to come back stronger with his help. I'm going to come back stronger from it.
Thank you for sharing that, because that idea of my burden is light was an amazing reframe of thinking about the burden being lifted weight. But no, there's also the idea of illumination, of knowledge, and I would say even deeper, wisdom.
Mm.
And I think that idea of wisdom, it's something that I'm very interested in, particularly when it comes to level up business and the work that we're doing. Because I feel like as we move further into this age of AI and artificial intelligence, I'm more interested in authentic intelligence, the human experience, and your unique wisdom equals your unique perspective that is multiplied by your unique method. And your unique perspective has been gained through lived, learned, and shared experiences you're doing here today. So thank you for unpacking this because it is your unique wisdom, it is your unique perspective.